Welcome to 1 Mega Video channel. Subscribe to the channel, like the video and share with your friends. In this video, we will see some of the royals who can be called as spares from European and other royal families around the world. This is part 1 of the video. Check the part 2 in the end. Prince Joachim of Denmark, age 53, is the youngest son of Queen Margaret II of Denmark and the late Prince Henrik. He is sixth in the line to the Danish throne after his brother Crown Prince Frederik of Denmark and his nieces and nephews. Prince Joachim of Denmark is the brother-in-law of Australian-born Crown Princess Mary of Denmark. It is said Prince Joachim doesn't seem too happy about his role as a spare to his brother. In September last year, Queen Margaret II of Denmark announced she was removing the titles of 4 of her 8 grandchildren. It is never fun to see your children mistreated, Prince Joachim of Denmark told journalists. In an extraordinary turn of events, the 84-year-old Danish queen later issued an apology for causing her family any distress, admitting she underestimated how much they would feel affected. However, the Danish queen stood by the move, saying it was a necessary safeguard for the future of the monarchy. The changes affect Prince Joachim of Denmark's 4 children: Prince Nikolai of Denmark, age 23, Prince Felix of Denmark, age 20, Prince Henrik of Denmark, age 13, and Princess Athena of Denmark, age 10, taking effect from January. They will not be using their royal titles of Prince and Princess of Denmark and also won't have the status of His or Royal Highness. Prince Joachim of Denmark and his wife Princess Marie of Denmark moved to France to take up roles with the Danish embassy but have recently suggested their departure from Denmark was not theirs to make. They are expected to move to Washington DC in USA later this year as Prince Joachim of Denmark takes up a role in defense. Princess Martha Louise of Norway is the first-born child of King Harald V of Norway. Her brother, Prince Haakon of Norway, born 2 years later, is their heir to the throne under the country's laws. On November 8, the Norwegian royal household announced Princess Martha Louise would no longer be representing the monarchy on official royal duties. It was the end to a long-running issue after the royal caused controversy for misusing her royal title for financial gain. "She is our daughter and she will continue to be," King Harald of Norway said his wife Queen Sonia of Norway. So she is Princess Martha Louise. They had been responding to a question about whether their daughter would lose their royal title of princess completely. Princess Martha Louise of Norway has been making headlines since she started dating American shaman Mr. Durek Verrett, with that relationship causing headaches for the Norwegian royal family. In June, the 51-year-old announced her royal engagement to Mr. Verrett, who describes himself as a 6th-generation shaman and a visionary with a strong focus on the evolution of humanity. The Norwegian king and queen also addressed claims Princess Martha did not entirely fit in with the Norwegian royal family. "The Americans have no idea what a monarchy is, so it is not surprising that he doesn't understand," they said. "He thought he could do what he wanted without any of us being affected. The Americans don't understand the significance of this. They don't," Queen Sonia of Norway added. "But he has understood that now that we stand together on this." In the year 2002, Princess Martha Louise of Norway gave up her Royal Highness title. A recent poll conducted by research firm Norstat for Norwegian Broadcasting in NRK found a majority of Norwegians no longer think Princess Martha Louise of Norway should represent the Norwegian royal family in official duties. In August 2019, Princess Martha Louise agreed to stop using her princess title for commercial purposes, putting an end to a long-running row with her family. Months earlier, Princess Martha had embarked on a speaking tour titled The Princess and the Shaman. She agreed to only use the title of princess when carrying out royal engagements linked to the Norwegian royal family and not for financial gains. British Prince Harry is the spare after his elder brother Prince William, who will be the future king. He was in line to the British throne after his brother until 2013, when his nephew Prince George was born. Prince Harry's place in the line of succession was bumped further down when daughter Princess Charlotte came along in 2015, and then again with the third child Prince Louis, birth in 2018. The Duke of Sussex is now in 5th place with the recent death of his grandmother Queen Elizabeth II, elevating his status, while Diana, the Princess of Wales, is said to have raised her sons as equals regarding of their place in the line of succession in the British royal family. The fact remained that Prince Harry would always come second to his brother in the eyes of the monarchy. For the first 7 months of his life, Prince Carl Philip of Sweden, pictured here above on the right, was heir to the Swedish throne until the country's constitution changed. Those amendments meant the Swedish royal crown would now pass to the reigning monarch's firstborn, regardless of gender. Prince Carl Philip's older sister became Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden, pictured left above, and will one day inherit the Swedish throne from their father, King Carl XVI Gustaf of Sweden. Prince Carl Philip of Sweden and his wife, Princess Sofia of Sweden, are very popular in Sweden, but their royal engagement in 2014 caused a big fuss because of Princess Sofia's former life as a glamour model and reality television star. She proudly shows off her tattoos with pride while wearing tiaras and ball gowns in royal events and has been embraced by Sweden's public. They have focused their work on anti-bullying campaigns and helping to improve the outcomes for people with dyslexia. In service towards their royal duties and patronages, the royal couple's good looks have also added to their popularity. And Prince Carl Philip of Sweden is also a successful race car driver. However, in 2019, their 3 sons were recently affected by sweeping changes to monarchy. King Carl XVI Gustaf of Sweden revoked the royal status of 5 of his grandchildren, stripping them off of their royal titles of Royal Highness and freeing them from royal duties. The decision affected the children of Prince Carl Philip and Princess Sofia and his sister Princess Madeleine of Sweden's 3 children who stay in USA, but not those of Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden. However, all of the King Carl XVI Gustaf's grandchildren are considered part of the Swedish royal house and have been allowed to keep their princely titles. Princess Caroline of Monaco was the spare to her brother Prince Albert II of Monaco for many years until he became a legitimate heir as the firstborn child to Prince Rainier III of Monaco and Princess Grace of Monaco. Princess Caroline was even heir to the Monegasque throne for a brief time before Prince Albert's birth a year later, but Monaco's primogeniture laws, which state males take precedence over any females in the line of succession, mean Prince Albert II of Monaco trumped his older sister. In recent years, she has taken a more prominent position alongside her brother of Monaco's official royal events when standing in for Princess Charlene of Monaco last year during a 6-month absence from the principality in 2021. This is the end of part 1 of the video. Check the part 2 over here. The decision of Prince Harry, who is British royal family's Princess Diana's youngest son, calling his memoir with name Spare, has surprised many royal fans, with the Duke of Sussex making it clear to all is what he plans is to project about himself in his long-awaited book, which was published recently. The meaning of the word spare here relates to the concept of the heir and the spare, which has long been a feature of royal life, families needing to have a backup in case of any misfortune. For many readers, the unofficial title can be a struggle because it often carries no real job description or clear path for how one should proceed. So the struggle in balancing act of the spare royal member in the royal family is always important. But for others, the freedom of not having the burden of being the monarch can offer a life of privileged opportunity. So it goes in both ways. In one way, in this video we saw some of the other spares from the royal families across the world. Share your thoughts about the so-called spares among royals in the European royal families. If you have already read the memoir Spare by Prince Harry, share your thoughts on that too. Which were among your favorites? To comment below. Which were the things which you were not aware earlier and have newly learned from this video? And what do you love about the royal families of Europe? And what other known and unknown facts that you are aware about the European royalty? Share your thoughts. Do comment below. Like the video and share with your friends and subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching One Mega Video channel. Enjoy your life and have a nice day.